led his Fresno State Bulldogs to the NIT Promised Land by winning the championship. 1996, a year everyone in Fresno is hoping to remember. Jerry Tarkanian now in charge and looking to take a big bite out of the Big Apple.
Well, you know, Madison Square Garden, for someone my age or somebody growing up during my time, was it. You know, everybody dreamed about playing in the Garden.
Well, they need more bodies. This is a great opportunity for us. And, I'm really pumped for it. I hope the guys are. I'm just ready to go.
I remember the same feeling a few years ago when we were in the NIT and we're in the quarterfinals just like this. And there's just one big difference, and that's this place right here. And it gives us a lot of confidence, and I'm looking forward to the chance to work to get there.
Standing in the way, Danny Nee and his Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's been a rough ride, but after losing 9 straight, this team is playing its best ball at the right time.
We're living in the present. We understand we won 3 out of our last 4. We beat a quality Colorado State team, a good Washington State team, and now we're challenged with Fresno State. We just wish this game was in Lincoln, Nebraska.
I think we've turned our focus to another direction, and we're playing a lot better basketball.
The winner goes to New York, a place the Bulldogs felt right at home 13 years ago. Will history repeat?
The National Invitation Tournament quarterfinals brought to you tonight by KC24 and these proud Bulldog supporters. Valleywide Bank, Central Valley Toyota, Juan Arambula for supervisor, a change worth making, California Laser Center, Big Garden Village, and St. Agnes Medical Center.
And you're looking live at a sold-out Selland Arena in downtown Fresno. It's Nebraska and Fresno State, the winner to New York. It's the quarterfinals of the NIT. Hi, everyone. I'm Warren Winnick alongside Dan Bawanami and Mike Hill. And Dan, this is March Madness.
Yeah, it really is, Warren. What you've got here is a crowd that's worth maybe 7 or 8 points, and I think they're going to need every bit of it. Good Nebraska team. Fresno State will need an A game if they're going to win tonight.
Well, here's my A sidekick.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be awesome. I'm just excited to be here, baby. Let's get it on.
All right, we're all excited. Hope you are as well. We'll have the keys to success coming up next. You know, you see the crowd. It is packed, Dan. This should be a great one. Dan, what are the keys to the game for Fresno?
Well, for Fresno State, always they need guard play, and that's Dominic Young, Kendrick Brooks in the backcourt, Gray coming in and controlling, and let's get some scoring inside. When Curry can score around the goal, they're in good shape. Rasan has played well, so they need points in the paint. Here's the big thing. Limit the turnovers. Control the ball. Tempo of the game important. Dominic Young has to take care of it, and rebounding a key. Step up and rebound the ball. Only give the Cornhuskers 1 shot.
And for Nebraska, it is life on the run. This team just loves the transition. Adjusting to the Bulldog defense, certainly Tark's strength, and those Huskers down low. Bernard Garner, 6'7" bruiser. Mikey Moore, the 6'11" center. And, of course, composure. This team can be rattled. They average 17 turnovers a game. They need to relax. We'll have it all, including the starting lineups, coming up next. Let's check out the starting lineups of the Fresno State Bulldogs. At guard, it's Dominic Young. At another guard, Kendrick Brooks. Kendrick is so tough. They're going to need a big game from him. Also at guard, James Gray. Gumby, the 6'3" out of Inglewood, California. Up front, we got Carice Stanley and, of course, Rasan Smith. On the other side for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Let's check out the Nebraska Cornhuskers starting lineups. We got Teron Liu. And I'll tell you, Dan, this guy can flat out play. Jerron Boone, also a tough guard, 6'6", a little big. Eric Strickland may be the toughest matchup for Kendrick Brooks. Bernard Garner, this guy was the Junior College Player of the Year. And Mikey Moore, he may not look like a whole lot. He looks like a string bean, but this guy can certainly play. He bangs the elbows. Danny Nee, you're looking at the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and we are getting set. Are you excited?
Yeah, I really am. I think a very big game, obviously, for both teams. Danny felt if the game were in Lincoln, he'd certainly feel a lot better about it and not too worried. But Jerry Tarkanian what a job he has done with this. This is a transformed team from where they were earlier in the year to where they sit right now. And, of course, Coach Tarkanian and his staff have really done a remarkable effort. And there you take a look at Dominic Young. And, of course, since Dominic has come into the lineup, Warren, a completely different team. He's had quite a year.
They will need a big game from Dominic. They will need a big game from Kendrick. If the guards neutralize, the big guys up front from Nebraska should be able to control. This one's about to begin, and it has. Nebraska in control, and the little guard, Lou. Hold on. Is Rasan all right?
Well, what an unfortunate situation for Rasan Smith and the Fresno State Bulldogs. On the initial jump, he just came down incorrectly, twisted his ankle, lay in the center of the court, and what a way to start for the Dogs.
Goodness.
And it does not look very good.
All right, let's check out exactly what happened. Here's Rasan going up. Tough on that angle, but looks like a twist. Obviously, Ed Ferrero will work with him and hopefully get him back a little later, but that does not look good. And obviously, emotionally, how do you overcome that right away?
Well, what it means is a guy like Darnell Stamps, who's coming into the game right now, you know, this is a big situation for he and, of course, Jerry Tarkanian and his coaching staff. Can you overcome it remains to be seen, but Stamps has to be pumped. And the fact that he knows now he has to come in and start playing some defense, and he's a pivotal player in this game.
Nebraska in the away red, working with the ball. Strickland inside, Mikey Moore. It's stripped by Dominic. Dominic on the run. The Bulldogs love to run. Darnell Stamps, he's the guy that was just inserted. There's Curry. Not quite. This team loves the transition. Settling down is not easy at the start of any game.
No, it's not. What we thought.
Dominic! Bottoms were down! They needed that.
What we thought we'd get in this game was an up-tempo type effort, and both teams really letting it go early. Good start for Fresno State. Really confident jumper for Dominic Young.
Dominic certainly needs to get involved immediately.
Well, he's a guy that normally does, Warren. I mean, Dominic Young, somebody that can definitely score. Nice inbound play and a score right back at you. In that type of situation, very important if you're playing defense to have vision on the ball and vision on your man. And that time, Kareem lost the ball. He didn't really see it looking at his guy, but had no vision on where the ball was coming inbound.
All right, Fresno State up 3-2. Garner rattles out. So Dom and the Bulldogs on the run again. Here's Dom through traffic. Lou got the foul. Well, I don't know if they're booing or saying Lou.
Well, with Rasan out of this game, and it looked like he's got some problems. Now it puts extra pressure also that Kareem Stamps.
He pulls the trigger. Bottoms for Dominic Young. They need a huge game, and he is answering the call early. This should be a great matchup. We've watched him in practice. This guy almost as quick as Dominic. We're talking about Lewin. There's Dominic. He's been relentless. Reach it in. So Dominic creating some early problems for the guards.
Well, Danny Nee said before the ball game, he felt that Dominic Young was really a pivotal player for him to control, and so far he hasn't been able to do it. Young with the 2 threes, with the steals, and has really done a nice job.
And on the flip side, Teron Lou is a pivotal player for Nebraska, and for him to have 2 quick fouls, very difficult. Gumby on the point. No. Kendrick. This guy has so much hustle. I mean, so much tenacity on defense and offense.
Oh, what you have to love about Kendrick, even if he's not scoring, he's still a guy that plays very good defense. I think what Dominic Young's going to do against Teron Lou, is to go ahead and use his dribble, try to pick up that 3rd foul. See if he can move.
He's playing with him. He's pulling it. A little off this time. The dangerous thing about this team is that they have 3 very large guards, except for Lou. That crowd's starting to create problems.
Well, we were talking before. The other thing that Nebraska does consistently is turn the ball over. And if they average 17 turnovers a game tonight, they've already had 3. Now, if they go for 25 turnovers, obviously they're going to have a big problem winning this game. But good pressure by
KB. NG. There's Dom again. Oh, my! Oh, my!
Boy, are you kidding me? Dominic just being Dominic.
Oh. He is so clutch. What's amazing is he takes shots that coaches don't like you to, but somehow he always makes it.
Yeah, he sure does. I mean, he doesn't always make it, but he's been pretty consistent.
Enough.
Another steal. Give it up. Whoa, how about that one?
Oh! Mikey Moore grabbing it. They're going to start it the other way. Nebraska needs to start something now. 9-2 the score. Fresno State really have been in control the entire ride.
See, here's where they have to attack with Rasan Smith out of the game. Go inside.
Garner's a big boy. Junior college player of the year last year. Oh, staying with Nebraska. Dan, do you like, in spite of what happened with Rasan early, the fact that Fresno State has a 7-point lead? They're playing fairly well.
Well, they're shooting it well from the outside. Here's the problem, though. You can't rely just on the three-point goal. I mean, so you have to go inside occasionally.
Oh, Strickland. That guy can stroke it, too.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fresno State get into their offense and put the ball down low. Let one of their big guys touch it. Get it to Curry. They're relying a lot on
KB looking for the foul, but not quite. 9-5, Fresno State in front. 16:44 to go in the first half. So far, Fresno has kind of controlled this one. Mikey Moore, the little spin move, the little half hook. He doesn't have a lot of meat on him, but that guy can play. Looking inside, Gumby. James Gray is so dangerous inside. I think playing on the playgrounds in L.A., that's really what he does best.
Well, he really does a nice job of controlling the ball, but watch him this time run the baseline, and this is what you call just keeping position and good motion around the goal to able to get it up and get it in. So Gray, very adept around the basket, made a nice effort in the score, and now gets a chance for a three-point play.
And rattles it. So it's a 12-7 game. Bulldogs in front and Lou in charge. But Dominic has given this guy fits all day. Look at that defense. And there it is. It creates problems again. They're going to run it. Look up.
Before the shot.
That was before the shot.
On number 10,
so that's Lou. That's Lou's third. That's Lou's third. You know, we keep talking about the crowd, but the fact is, Dan, I think Dominic is creating a lot of problems for his counterpart, Mr. Lou.
I think he's, so far he has with 3 threes, and he's forced Lou into 3 foul situations. So
3 steals, 3 threes. He's having a pretty good game so far. Curry. Oh, most improved player this year for Fresno State. Oh, beautiful steal. We wondered about their defense against a team that can freelance like this, but they have been terrific. Staying the same way.
Well, I thought the crowd was worth 6-7 points, and maybe worth 10. And the crowd's been unbelievable.
14-7 your score. The crowd is going nuts. You're watching the NIT Quarterfinals on KC24. Welcome back to Sillen Arena. 14-7, the Bulldogs in front, 14-7. And Dan, some good news that Rasan Smith, we understand the trainers just checked him out, only a sprain, and he'll be able to return.
Yeah, that is real good news. It's going to take some pressure off of Stanley and Stamps. Dominic, as you said, got off to a fabulous start, making the 3 threes from the outside. He's got some steals and has really controlled this game. And Tyrone Lue has the 3 fouls, so he's out of the game. And obviously, I mean, that's going to hurt Nebraska. So Fresno State playing well, just have to keep the pressure on.
Dominic, the hot guy, inbounces. Oh, KB! That's your top 2 3-point combo in the country, and showing why.
You know, it's amazing. We were looking at the stats. Fresno has attempted over 700 threes this year. Think about that. 700 of them.
Eric Strickland kicks it out. In trouble. Ooh, there's Gumpy.
Might as well finish.
Why not? Why not? You know, James Gray does so many things well. When it's a broken play, there's no one that finishes better.
I think Dominic could really get into Wolves. Lou out of the ball game. Look for Dominic really put some pressure on now in the backcourt.
Nebraska seems rattled at this point. Obviously, the crowd has something to do with it. Yet at the same time, it's something within the character of this team. They average 17 turnovers a game.
And as Danny Nee said before the ball game, if we don't take care of the ball, we're finished. And certainly Jerry has to be happy with what he's seen so far. I mean, the intensity level has been unbelievable for the Dogs. I mean, Nebraska, 7 turnovers, and more importantly, Fresno State has not turned the ball over. They're really taking care of it.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons is the man that is running the show.
Now put it inside. If Korea's open, Orrin, I think they have to throw the ball. Let the big guy touch it. Put some touches on the ball and get your offense going. Probably looked like a moving screen on Curry Stanley.
Yeah. He's so big, he sometimes forgets how big he is.
Well, Rashawn Smith's going to come back in, so that's...
Oh, in a hurry. Maybe he was just doing that for dramatic effect. 1970 revisited at Madison Square Garden, Willis Reed.
Yeah, but Willis was limping quite a bit when he came back. I think Rashawn...
Well, he wasn't quite running. There was a little bit of a hop to his step, though, yeah. Nebraska just trying to find something that works. Draw on the foul.
Bulldog foul on number 42, Kareem Stanley. His third, 14.
Oh, here's the penetration and the move down the middle. And you see, look like Stanley coming over with the foul. Are they going to get Curry, or are they? It is Curry. Now they got him with 3. I only had him with 2, so that's where the controversy. I know there was a moving screen in this particular play here.
Yeah, I don't remember the other foul, and I don't think Tark remembers the other foul either.
Well, regardless.
Yeah, it's still a foul that counts.
For Kareem Stanley.
So Curry only makes it a little over 5 minutes of the first half. Played well, but now with the 3 fouls, will sit the remainder of the half.
The important thing is, though, he really held things together while Rashawn was able to come back. Benson Hamilton looking to convert on the second. He does. 19-9 right now, the score. Fresno State in charge. And as we talked about, it's been the power of Dominic Young, the quickness of Dominic. And maybe the experience, because Lou was a freshman. Rashawn inside. We knew that was going to be a tough matchup with Mikey. Letting him play on that one.
Now both teams coming out man-to-man. Both teams trying to play hard on it. There's a nice pass in.
Oh.
You know, Warren, the problem is that Nebraska's just not finishing. I mean, they're getting pretty good looks at the goal, but they're not taking advantage of it. You got to go ahead and finish those plays. You don't get extra chances, especially on the road.
Especially when you're a big boy like Bernard Garner. Oh, Dominic intercepting.
Give it up.
Is he going to take it? No. Big Mac. Yes, and the foul. Fresno State just having their way. They're showing poise. They're showing that they are a tournament team right now.
It's the Dominic Young show, and as you pointed out, he's making plays, and when the ball is in the open court, Dominic makes the simple bounce pass, and guys know to fill the lane because they will be rewarded as he picks up the steal. Dominic with his head up. Now he knows McCullough's on the left-hand side because he's a left-hander and able to get it in stride and make an easy finish.
22-9, Fresno State on top over your Nebraska Cornhuskers. 13:40 to go in the first half. Benson Hamilton can't buy anything.
Well, you see Danny Neorn has switched the lineup. I mean, he's put different guys in there. I mean, he feels he's in trouble, obviously, looking for combinations. He's taking Strickland out of the game. He's taking his main players out of this ball game, looking for some help.
Nothing has worked thus far. Benson Hamilton, nice little move.
That's by Benson Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton's fair. I mean, he's impressive. Only a freshman, 6'8", 6'9".
Oh, yeah. And not quite. But he get the kiss. But he gets the foul, so that's okay, too.
Now, we were talking, too, earlier that the free throw shooting very important to Fresno State. They're a team that shoots their free throws well at the end of the game. But as Danny Nee said, let's hope they don't shoot their free throws real good during the midpoint of the game, because we're going to foul them.
Yeah,
we're going to put them to the line, and we're going to test you.
You got to like someone that's honest up front. We're going to foul you.
Well, with Tyrone Lue out of the game, I mean, he's the point guard for Nebraska. I mean, he's a guy that has control of offense, Orn, and it's going to really put Nebraska in a deep, deep hole with him out.
Now, Tom Wald, who's controlling the show right now, they bring him in a lot, though. He's seen a lot of time. In fact, has won some games down the stretch. Jerron Boone, tough player, 6'6". He's got some height for a guard.
Jerron just has to keep a little bit more control of himself and not step on the end line.
Turnovers the story, though.
9 turnovers already. 9 turnovers. We only played about 7 minutes.
Unbelievable.
This is not a good pace to be on if you're Nebraska.
If you're Danny Nee right now, what are you trying to do? What are you telling your team?
Well, if I'm Danny Nee right now and it's 24-11, I'm hoping my team can get it inside of 8 at the end of the half. And what I'm hoping is that maybe I go back inside. And then their outside play has not really been non-existent. Hamilton impressive. They have to put the ball near the goal.
But Staff's even creating some problems.
Dominic will get
Dominic! Oh, and he travels. So Benson Hamilton charged for the traveling call.
James Gray for Henry Europe.
What's amazing is, at this point, the crowd not even a factor. The Dogs just playing really well. Rasan operating down low.
You talk about a guy that's improved. You said Marie Standing, which I agree. But how about the player Rasan Smith? I mean, he's a different guy than the player that stepped on the floor earlier in the year. Much more alert, much more aware of the situation, a threat near the goal, playing good defense, running the floor.
And a different player from where he was last year.
And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the pro guys that were not looking at a Rasan Smith are now noticing him, saying, you know, wait a minute, this guy is 6'11". He can run, he can shoot, need to put some weight on. Not a good free throw shooter, but he certainly has put a lot
fit right into the NBA.
A lot of upside. Yeah, he might. That's a good point.
Boone for 3, bottoms. 24-14, the score. Fresno State on top. And in charge.
There's man-to-man by Nebraska. Playing it straight up, trying to defend, see if they can put it inside. They're trying to front at the post.
Forcing the issue a little there.
I really think that the coaching staff for Fresno State now feels like, you know, we can attack them inside. We can put the ball on the ground, try to break the defense out. Let's take it right to the goal and force them to defend. That's the 8th team foul in, the first 8 minutes of the game. So here's another pace you don't want to be on if you're Nebraska. You've made a lot of turnovers and you're fouling consistently.
Because quite honestly, the storyline going into this game is that the guard play for Fresno would have to step it up. Even more so than they have been, because there's no way the Bulldogs would win it in the trenches. However, it seems like everything's working.
Well, I think Dominic set the tempo of this game, hitting the first 3 from beyond the line. But we also talked about...
Oh, the tip-in! KB just checked in the game. Talk about making an automatic contribution.
And that really is a mental mistake by Nebraska. You don't screen the guy out.
Vincent Hamilton, nice inside. It's a 10-point game. Fresno State in front, 26-16. James Gray with the ball. Staying with a man-to-man.
Well, look at how did Wold end up on Rasan's face. Look at
that mismatch.
Well, I think Rasan has to call for the ball. He's got a guy that's about 8 inches shorter than he. Try to put it inside.
Gumby. Rasan. That is a mismatch they're going to have to attack.
Well, those are situations you have to recognize quickly.
KB. The Bulldogs boxing out. The Bulldogs somehow doing everything right at this point.
They're going to go quick 20, and I think Jerry's going to point out more that, you know, guys, we just missed that particular mismatch, and we have to be a little bit more alert at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's KB on that tip, and talk about hustle, talk about tenacity.
And you know what he did? He took an interesting route. See him go around to the left and go on the baseline side, and he made a nice follow, and that's just a case of not screening out. Put a body on him, keep him away from the goal, don't allow that second effort. So Fresno enjoying Fresno State with the 26-16 lead, doing a nice job, but Nebraska explosive more, and Fresno State has to continue to dominate, continue to get it inside, and control the tempo of this game.
Not only, Coach, is Fresno State explosive, rather is Nebraska explosive, but Fresno State, rather, is a team that over time has kind of folded late in the game. They have had lapses. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight.
No, although they are in great shape if they're ahead. What, the 5-minute marker in, they're 17-0. That's pretty impressive.
Look at those threes.
And of course, 3 of the 4 for the Dogs have been by Dominic Young. He started 3 out of 3. Nice pass. Oh, that was a beautiful look. Good execution inside and unselfishness by Fresno State. Stamp just couldn't finish it.
Timeout on the floor.
All right, 26-16 your score. Fresno State in charge, 10:38 to go. The Bulldogs are looking tough. Come back to Selland. The winner of this one, Dan, facing a very tough Tulane team.
Yeah,
looking at the NIT bracket right there.
Yeah, very good Tulane team, but obviously it's a situation you'd love to be in. So if you say, well, they're tough. Well, they should be. You're down to the Final Four. And,
no matter what tournament you're in.
That's exactly right. And Perry Clark's team doing a real good job and have made it now. Fresno State trying to get back.
Terrence Badgett, but stripped. Dominic the other way. There's Big Mac. Oh, get out of his way.
Dominic being Dominic, that is a 4-point swing for the Dogs. I mean, not only does he steal it when Nebraska's got a 3-on-1, but they get a bucket at the other end.
KB was looking for a little something there. See, they're rattled.
Oh, I thought Wold made a heads-up play. In the air, he calls a timeout. Smart play.
Very, very big time. 20-second timeout, but to have the composure to be able to pull something like that off.
Yeah, he sure did. Good presence.
Good coaching.
Yeah, real good coaching.
Well, 28-16, Dan, the score right now. There's about 10 minutes to go. You're Jerry Tarkanian. You're a pretty happy coach. On the flip side, that guy is not.
Yeah, you're happy, but you're cautious.
Yeah. Points off turnovers, Nebraska 2, Fresno State 15. A lot of that, Dominic Young.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is a lot of the turnovers have been forced. I mean, they're not situations where guys are making mistakes from Nebraska. Fresno State is forcing turnovers with their defensive pressure and intensity.
Tom Wald guarded so tough by Dominic.
Now, the important thing when you're playing defense, too, is to play strong when your man does not have the ball.
Strickland. KB.
Bulldog foul number 50, Kendrick Brooks.
Well, you have to say the job that Kendrick Brooks has done on Strickland has been remarkable. Strickland, just as a second-team All-Big 8 guy.
Look at that build on Strickland,
and he's a guy that's one of their leading scorers, and he's really been ineffective so far in the first half.
No question.
Now they're going to switch the defense, looks like, Warren.
Yeah.
They're going to go, looks like they're going to go 1-1-3 in the zone in the amoeba, maybe, and try to match up.
So far, every matchup has worked. Yes! Terrence Badgett. Well, we knew that they could score. It was just a question of lighting it up and when.
Yeah, well, Badgett, reacted well on the zone, and while the ball was in the air, Bernard Garner trying to get position inside just knocked Gray down. So they're going to count the basket, and they're going to go at the other end, and James Gray will get a 1-and-1, well, it's a 10th. It's a 9th team foul, so it's still a 1-on-1 situation.
You don't really see that situation a whole lot in the pros. It's a college situation. Converting the first.
Yeah, if you're Nebraska, it really negates the fine effort you made at the other end of the floor. Gray's got 6, and I thought he has played solid also. But here you work hard, you get a nice goal against the zone, and then you make a foul inside. Gray comes right back. It's one of the two. I mean, mentally that wears on you, especially when you're behind. And he's saying, well, gee, can we do anything right? Now back man to man.
Man to man. Oh, he's starting to light it up. Terrence Badgett.
Nebraska's had his fifth. Yeah, Nebraska's had 3 or 4 productive trips down the floor. I mean, they look like they're settling in now after the quick start by Fresno State, and they cut it to 8,
just like that. Brisson, a little too strong.
How about the play by McCullough? McCullough almost stole it. Got to get back, retrace your steps, set your defense. Wold may have stepped out of bounds, and if he did, that's the second time that a Nebraska player just did not know where they were on the floor. Danny has to be frustrated. Because Danny was an assistant at Notre Dame, got the head coaching job at Ohio University, and then came over here to Nebraska. He's been at Nebraska 9 years and really done an outstanding job here at Nebraska.
There's another great New York native, too.
Danny's from New York, just like you. All the New York guys stick together.
Played with Kareem at Power Memorial.
Yeah, he may have. I'll have to go back and check that, but you're right, he may have.
Calling a jump. Fresno State will retain possession. Let's see exactly what happened here.
Well, what they're trying to do here is open up the floor and let Gray go ahead and penetrate down the middle. What they're going to call that is, I guess they're going to call it a possession situation. Although, there it is. Now that's the situation they call possession.
Hey, he's the college version of Dennis Rodman. No one's going to touch him on the board.
And Hazard McCullough played tremendous down the stretch for Fresno State.
7 points.
Last 14, 15 games. He has just been scintillating with his play, especially off.
Garner spinning. No good.
Timeout on the floor.
31-21 is the score. Fresno State in charge. And now a first, our Fresno factoids. Nobody shoots 4 3-pointers, and Dominic Young and Kendrick Brooks, the three-point duo, has combined for an NCAA leading 210, and that continues tonight. Dominic with 4, Kendrick with 1.
Yeah, and you have to look at the success of Fresno State, and much of it is due to the three-point efforts of Brooks and Young, and it's a team that has shot over 700 threes for the year. So obviously it helps when you have guys that can make it behind the arc. And Jerry Tarkanian and his staff hoping now for a productive trip down the court. One of the things they do is after a timeout, most often Fresno State will run an effective play and score. But look, Nebraska now switch their defense. Going to go one.
Clearing out of side. Dominic for three. Bottoms. Bottoms for Dominic Young. 34-21 right now. Fresno State cruising.
Oh, that'll get you out of the zone in a hurry.
Yeah, it will.
You know, you go zone.
They cleared out that side so well.
And Dominic Young knocks down a 3.
Garner. Nice move. He's big. That's his 4th. So as big as he is, as strong as he has kind of struggled. Dominic again. A little short. Oh. They changed it. Crowd seems to like that as well.
Now the last time Fresno State ran it out of bounds, they got an easy score to McCullough. See if they run the same out of bounds or look for Dominic Young after he inbounds the ball to come in quickly. They're going to go right back to McCullough again.
Why not? And not quite the rule.
It's got to be great execution. I'd like to run that out of bounds play about 10 or 11 times.
Wow. The KB-Strickland matchup is one many Fresno State coaches were worried about. Strickland is so big, so tough, yet look at KB.
Oh, again, tremendous intensity at the defensive end. The 15th turnover by the Cornhuskers, and we played 13 minutes, so they're still on that pace. You know, if you do this, you're going to get about 45 turnovers in the game.
Wow. Yeah, they average 17, so all they need is 1 to hit their average. Darnell Stamps now checking in. He's going to give Big Mac a little rest, and he's deserved it. He's played so well. Free throw shooting, one of those things that you just never know how a team's going to do. Even if you're a good shooter, sometimes you struggle at the line.
Well, you do, but as we said, the free throw shooting is so important, and you've got a chance to really get some distance between you and the Cornhuskers, and you certainly don't want to give Nebraska a thought that they can come right back in this game. Second foul on Brooks. So that's another point that will have to be addressed. Brooks has to play a lot more solid, not pick up that 3rd foul now in the last 7 minutes. It'll take away from his intensity.
They're smothering them. Definitely shaking this team up. Not that much on that one. Wald, a nice stroke, just like that. 34-25, that's Wald's first basket. That guy has won a few games down the stretch for Nebraska.
Yeah, Wald, I thought, has really done a nice job coming in for Lou. Lou with the 3 early fouls, and Wald's been solid in the backcourt. Has not turned it over much.
Gumby trying to penetrate, but losing it. That's the guy you want holding the ball. Not that time. I guess he's human after all.
Well, Wald makes the score at one end, gets a little confidence, come back at the other end, and has a very productive defensive sequence, something that Danny Nee has not enjoyed so far in the first half. And here's Wald again. Now you see the guy picking up his ability and trying to get everybody organized and get this team into motion.
Fresno back in that man-to-man. I don't know if they want Mikey Moore way out like that.
I thought that was very smart basketball by Nebraska. If it's on Brooks, it's his 3rd.
And it is.
And you know, that didn't happen by accident. They ran Strickland to the block, put him on the sweet spot. They ran the offense directed. See, they knew that Brooks was guarding Strickland, and Strickland big and powerful and good around the goal. So Kendrick Brooks picks up his 3rd, and he has to leave. But Danny Nee has to feel good about the fact that they ran their offense and they have Kendrick Brooks out of this ballgame.
That's his fourth point.
And don't look now, but he gets this one down, and we're back to a 7-point game.
Eric Strickland converting on his 2nd. Like you said, 7-point game. Dominic Young right back. Will he pull the trigger? Bottoms. It's good. Terrence Badgett on fire. His 8th point. He's come off and played really well.
Yeah, and Fresno State look at timeout. Badgett's been a key guy coming off the bench, and now we only got a 4-point game. Smart playing by Nebraska, and really it's been Fresno's inability to capitalize from the line. They've had chances to get some distance, and they haven't made their free throws, and that's hurt the Dogs.
Mikey Moore is second. Ryan Sanders, shooting 2.
When Fresno comes back this time, it appears that they're going to drop into the amoeba. Joey Tarkanian barking out a couple instructions after Darnell Stamps hopefully makes a few. The familiar towel.
Well, every time you miss a one-on-one and you miss a two-shot opportunity, it just gives the opposition so much confidence. I mean, now Nebraska feels like, hey, you know, they can't make a free throw, and we're only down 4. I mean, we're right in the game. I mean, that's obvious. They're in great shape, and now they pick up another foul. I think this is a team that had 16 turnovers or more in the first half, and they were, you know, we felt, well, gee, if they could cut it to 7 or 8, Danny Meade would be happy. Now you're looking to cut it to 2.
He's more than happy. He won the lottery.
More than the line. Garrett Cardinga for Darnell Stamps.
Tark making a couple of moves.
1-1.
Garrett Cardinga. How do you think he's going to do in here?
Well, Garrett Cardinga has been a productive guy in many games when he's come in. He's a very good rebounder. He's still learning the nuances of this game, but has a tremendous amount of ability. And he could come off the bench and give this team a real lift. Certainly, he's not a guy that's going to be pushed around inside.
And just like that, Mikey Moore scores his 4th basket, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. 34-32. Fresno State up by only 2 points. 5 minutes to go. Dan, we have a ball game.
Yeah, we sure do. And if you're Nebraska, now do you try to foul again? It's an 11-zip run, and much of that is because Fresno State has started to turn the ball over, and they haven't been able to convert from the line.
Once again, here we are. Nebraska now with an opportunity to tie or go ahead with a 3.
Good recognition by the Cornhuskers, because they now Fresno State in the zone, and they're going to try to match up using the amoeba zone. Well, you really have to identify the shooters if you're Fresno State. As Strickland wanting the ball, looking to get it up. That'll put them ahead.
Little tough. Gumby running. Reset down for 3. Oh, not quite. Nebraska on the run. There's Strickland. Nice give. Oh, Mikey Moore. He's got it.
Oh, what a beautiful step time by Strickland. Oh, open court. Powerful. Let's get it in transition. And watch the big guys run the floor. Here's the behind the back. Give it up to Mikey Moore, who I thought for a big guy handle that pass. But this is not an easy pass to handle and finish. A lot of guys would have traveled in that situation, but Mikey Moore,
a lot of agility.
Well, while we were away, it looks like not only is he going to get a shot, but there was a technical foul called against Fresno State. So this is a 14. My memory is correct. It's a 14, or was it a double technical? We're going to have to get a clarification, because while we were away, we got...
Brandon Bondy, Virginia Gray.
Dominic sinks on his end. So obviously we're in a double technical situation.
No, I don't think we are. I was wrong. It looked like after the play there was a technical foul called on Hamilton. Vincent Hamilton, number 33 for Nebraska. So we gave Nebraska free throw. Fresno has 2 opportunities at the other end. Danny Nee is chagrined, but in the meantime, Fresno State gets the ball out at half court. So the T was not against Fresno State. It was not a double T, as I incorrectly stated. It was a technical against Nebraska. must have said something to the officials. It's something you don't want to do.
Exactly. Badgett all by himself. Nice steal. Great control.
Yeah, Badgett, has he been impressive? Badgett's got 10, doesn't start. Of course, he's the guy that started most of last year, but he's been a big plus for Danny Nee and the Cornhuskers.
Nebraska with a 1-point lead right now. 37-36 your score. 3:35 to go. Brandon Bakke now in the game. Guy that can pull the trigger from way out. Garrett Tredenga also in, who has the ability to shoot. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. They got to get it up. Mikey Moore comes down with it. Nebraska back on the run.
And Mikey Moore has been stepping up.
Blocking
shots, scoring at the offensive end.
Very impressive. Walls for three. Bottoms. He's got it. Nebraska's got their confidence now. That's his 5th. Nebraska leads by 4, 40-36. Just under 3 to go. Fresno needs to start something.
Well, they need a productive trip, and I really believe they have to put the ball down low. Let Rasan Smith touch it, and if he doesn't have it, attack inside to out. But get the big guys back involved, because now the defense getting better on the outside for Nebraska.
Dominic, pull the trigger. Great board by Rasan. Oh, so tough. Strickland, look at him run. I'll tell you, Dan, Strickland did not convert that time, but he showed a lot of ability to take the ball off the court.
Yeah, Strickland is very strong, penetrating to the basket, breaking the defense down.
And we'll be back from the NIT. Danny Nee and his Nebraska Cornhuskers, who are on a roll to say the least. A 19-2 run over the last 5:20. Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. I mean, I can vividly remember this being 34-21 and Fresno State in control of this game, and Nebraska's really put the blitz on. And they've really done it with good defense, able to get it inside, convert in the open court, and start causing some turnovers. And Fresno State that started to live with the outside shot early, not able to knock it down, and not able to get anything around the goal, plus not make free throws. So you put all the guys together, and a big run by the Cornhuskers.
Fresno State has now missed their last 10 field goals. You're Jerry Tarkanian. You're not a happy Bulldog. It's a 4-point game. Nebraska up 40-36. 2 minutes to go in the half. And the last 5.5 minutes, Dan, has been all Nebraska.
Yeah, it really has. And now Fresno State again back in the zone, trying to identify the shooters, get back up on guys and try to play position. And that ball was deflected by McCullough and went in.
Hamilton showing some amazing ability.
Yeah, here's another guy off the bench. Hamilton with 8. What kind of bench production have they had? I mean, guys come on into that 20, 25 points off the bench.
Jerry Tarkanian told us before the game this was going to be one of the most talented teams they faced. Garrett Tredenga, they needed that. They needed that. 38 for Fresno State. Nebraska up 42-38. That was their first field goal in 11 tries. Boone for 3. He's got it. These guys have the confidence now.
Well, they're a tough team to zone. I mean, you saw Boone right now, and he's got a couple of threes in this game.
He's got 6.
Yeah, and this is a team that can shoot it on the outside, and when they don't turn the ball over, they're in pretty good shape. And they've taken care of the basketball in the last 6 minutes.
McCullough inside. Oh! Dan, I would assume that's what you need to do.
Well, nice pass. I thought here's Tredenga, who's made a jumper. He's rebounded, playing pretty good defense, and now a beautiful pass inside. And you're right. You need more of that type of action.
The crowd's starting to wake up. Strickland just off. Backcourt violations for Fresno State to take over.
That's the first mistake that you can remember Danny Nee's Nebraska team making in quite a while. And it was
in this century.
Well, it was a team that made a lot of them in the first 14 minutes of this game. There's your bench scoring. Our crack staff right on the play. Nebraska 23 and Fresno State 11. But it really has been the bench play of game. And he tried to make the changes early. He's down a ton. And he got some new guys in the game, and they responded.
Certainly showed a lot of composure, which is something we thought that they were about to fold. Dominic for three, just off. When you're down and you're up with 17 turnovers or so, we thought they were going to fold. And that's the half. Fresno State is trailing by 5. 45-40, your final.
Was found. A coroner.
However, Fresno State right now is the one that's sitting with a 5-point